Hey, this is Hassan Clay with the M.A.D E podcast. I'd like to thank everybody who are tuning in this week. Last week was a successful podcast. I'm really happy about the uh, the attendance and the comments that were given back. I want to thank my team for the work that they did in putting out the podcast and the reels and some of the suggestions that I was given in order to just reach my audience a little bit more and just try to make this thing a little bit better. And again, our strive is to try to do better each week. Um, and with that, let's get into this week's podcast. Well, I want to kind of lighten it up a little bit and introduce myself to everyone, those who may know me, those who may not know me. And, I am a serious guy when it comes to this matter of manhood. But let's kind of break this thing back a little bit. And so, of course, I'm Hassan Clay. I'm here in the Metro Atlanta area. Been here for roughly almost 30, 40 years, maybe. And I'm originally from Ohio. And this is something that has been dear to me. Of course, I grew up single mother household. I did have a stepfather at one time. That relationship didn't work, and my mom moved down here to Georgia. And so, and of course, I came with her. She brought me and my sister with her, and you know, had my dealings and things within life itself. Kind of got myself together on certain aspects, and I didn't have part of this reason why I want this podcast to be so successful and to reach my brothers, because I didn't have a lot of things that I'm actually wanting to be for my brothers, right? And so in these last 10 years, I've been working with my wife. We have a counseling group called GLA Counseling Services. We're also known as that Clay couple. And I wanted to kind of stretch out on my own a little bit and reach my brothers a little bit. We work well together. We're doing a lot of things together. But in this vein, I wanted to kind of stretch out a little bit more on my own and do certain things. The reason why is partly because for the last couple of years, I've been having some issues. For those who don't know me, I'm actually blind. I know y'all see me each week. I got my shades on. I know they look good, and I keep them fly. I'm just going to be real with you. I got to look good, but I'm blind, and I lost my eyesight around 2014. I was diagnosed with glaucoma back in 2005, 2004, 2005, and my sight was completely gone by 2014. And so in this, I've had my own struggles, right? I've had my own struggles and what it is that I was trying to do, where I wanted to try to go. And part of what my struggle was, again, with the blindness, and then I've had some health issues. And I actually, in my blindness around 2018, I actually walked off a 4-foot wall. And I've had a lot of surgeries and things after that. And so in these last almost 10 years, I've had some struggles, right? And I wanted to be in a position now. I think some of you may have seen my reel before that came out a couple of weeks ago with me working out. I'm very much into Indian clubs and kettlebells now. I try to do a lot of things to try to get myself back together. And part of that stretching out now is me actually working with men and doing this podcast. I have many clients. I have clients around the world, actually. And I've had clients in 19 countries on 5 continents. And I've been blessed to be able to do some great things. I've been blessed to have some wonderful friends, and some of these friends you're going to meet over the next year or so, or a few weeks or so, that's going to be on our podcast, right? Because I think they have a lot they can share with our audience. And I know that our audience is just not men, that women are here as well. And I've seen a lot of the comments from the sisters out there, and I appreciate you sisters, and standing in behind us. It's a wonderful thing when your woman is standing in with you. And I really love that. I really appreciate that. And I want to make sure that you guys know that part of what we got going on is we just want to be better. At the end of the day, after all is said and done, as men, we want to be better. And we're looking for ways to be better. And we're looking for people who can help us be better. And we're looking for wisdom from some of our elders. And we're looking for strength from some of our youth. And I want to be in a position of pulling all that together. I want us to be able to make this thing work, and we can do some things, and we can feel good about each other. And, part of this, when this podcast come out, and again, our podcast is going to be streamed every Monday, and we're going to be streamed on Facebook and YouTube through Restream. And by the time this come out, we'll probably be a couple of days before Black History Month. And I really want to be in a position of looking at Black History Month as the restoration of the Black man. And that's going to be where I'm coming in at. I want to see this thing move in a position of we are trying to restore and rebuild not only just the Black family, the Black community, but especially the Black man. Yes, that's something that I'm looking to try to do. That's what I'm passionate about. And sometimes I get very serious when it comes to it. I think anybody who knows me knows that I'm pretty silly. I probably talk a lot, and I probably do some things, and I'm laughing. I'm always joking. But when it comes to just dealing with Black men, I'm very serious. I'm very passionate. I won't even call it serious. I'm just very passionate. And I want that passion to bleed out through the streams. Well, I guess that's what you call it, the streams out here, through this internet, through these various platforms that we're going to be streaming from. And I want you guys to feel it. And I want to see the love come to all of us, come back to me. I give it to you. You bring it back to me. And we try to build from here. Yes, I want this thing to be magnificent. I want to be in a position of, and I'm giving you my vision at this point. I want to see us as men have our own retreats. I know like some of the sisters have various different retreats from, different walks of life, different spiritual backgrounds. I want us to be able to have these things too, that we can come together. Some years ago, I had a thing we call it the Brothers Only Dinner and Dialogue for some of us who may be here that came to the event. That was a wonderful event where it was just men in there. We were sharing. We were vulnerable. We were just being men, and we were sharing with each other, and we was caring for each other. We was hugging on each other. We was doing a lot of things, man. That thing was beautiful. I'm gonna lie to you, that thing was beautiful, man. They had me all in tears and going on, snotting up and going on. But it was supposed to be that, and I want to be able to bring that again to a wider audience and share this love and get this love back, right? So with that being said, this is going to be a short podcast this week. I want us to be able to love on each other, but I just wanted you guys to meet me. I know I did a premiere, but I wanted you guys to meet me and hear me talk to you, directly to you. And I want you to know that I have love for my people. That don't mean I don't love other people. That don't mean I'm anti other people. I mean, I got love for my people, and I got love for my brothers. I got love for my kings. I know the idea here is to adjust the crown of my brothers. And as I need my crown adjusted, somebody got to pull my coat. And I have mentors, and I have people who I've been able to fall back on because I didn't have that growing up. I didn't see that growing up. And as I got older and I realized that, hey, there's a couple of things you need to do, Hassan. One, get your mind right. Just be aware of what's taking place in the world out here. Be aware of what's taking place in you. And acknowledge what you don't know. Figure out what you don't know, because sometimes I don't know what I just don't know, right? But figure out what you don't know. Don't be afraid to say, I don't know, and then ask questions to get the answers so you can be in the know, right? And sometimes I have to go to sources that's definitely above my pay grade, right? Definitely, because I don't assume to know or portray to know a whole lot of nothing. I just know what I know, and I want to share what I know, but I go and get information. So those are two things that was important to me. And then third, try to live what it is that I know. Sometimes I may get it wrong. And one of the things I had to kind of learn in this process, even in these last 10 years with losing my eyesight and then going through various forms of depression and various lows in confidence and things that really just shook the core of me, I had to kind of find myself again, and I had to start asking questions. And I had to ask questions from some people that I probably wouldn't even listen to had I not went through this experience, right? And so in some of this, I had even leaned on some of the women who were around me as well, and we get taught that early, right? As men, for those of us who didn't have fathers, we lean in on a lot of our women. And I had to kind of go back to that well. I won't lie to you. I had to go back to that well. But in this instance, I didn't just use that exclusively. I also had a wealth of men that I can also lean in. So I had a nice community around me that was able to give me what it is that I need to kind of start pulling me out of this situation and putting my head back in the game. And when I was off, they didn't have a problem telling me that I was off. And they told me what they think. And then they just didn't leave me right there. They gave me some keys to be able to open some doors. They gave me some solutions. They just didn't critique me and tell me why I was wrong. They also gave me the key to open up, and the solution, which was the solution to what it is that I need to be a better me, right? Because that's what it really comes down to, how we can be better. And so I just wanted to take this podcast. This is my fourth podcast. And God willing, I'm going to have a boatload more. Don't get me wrong, because I am who I am. I'm going to have a shitload more of them coming. All right. Keeping this 100 with you, because that's who I am. Right. I'm going to make sure that I stay consistent with this. And I want you to ride with me. So with that, I'm going to close this podcast out for this week. Right. And for those who might have been offended by what I just said, my bad, but buckle up. All right. So with that being said, I'm going to see you guys next week. Please share. Please give me some comments on what it is that you would like to see from me in this, some of the questions that you have for me, some of the answers that we can go get. It's just not going to come from me. I'm going to make sure that I go get some proper answers from you. I have a great team of people who are working with me, people who surround me, people who embrace me, people who love me, and I'm going to share my team with you, right? That's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to share with each other. So with that being said, hey, y'all have a great week. We're going to see you guys next week. Also, for some of from us, hey, hit me on Facebook, hit me on Instagram. Let me know what you think. Give me some comments. Share my stuff. Put us out there, and we're going to make sure that we try to, give you what it is that we need to be better. All right, next week.